Confused about the cosmos? Can't tell a planet from a star? Then give us just 5 minutes and we'll show you what they are. Jack Horkheimer, stargazer, tells you all about the night sky and the biggest show of all, the universe. And now, this week's episode.
Third time is the charm for Jupiter and Uranus. Hey there, stargazers. I'm Dean Regas from the Cincinnati Observatory, and I'll be your guest host this month on Stargazer. Jupiter and Uranus have been hanging out together in the sky for the past 6 months, and they had super close encounters in June and September, and will have one more January 4th. The reason this is a big deal is that Jupiter is easy to find in the sky, while Uranus is not. But when they're close together, usually every 13 to 14 years, you have an unusual opportunity to use Jupiter to help you find the dim seventh planet Uranus. Let me show you. Okay, we've got our skies set up for Monday, January 3rd, about an hour after sunset, facing southwest. And if you look about halfway up from the horizon, you'll see a very bright light in the evening sky. It's Jupiter, the king of the planets. And if you have a pair of binoculars, use them to take a look at Jupiter and its family of moons. 7 by 50 binoculars will give you a view something like this. At first, you'll probably be able to see only Jupiter, but give it a few minutes and you should be able to see some of the very tiny points of light on either side of Jupiter. Jupiter will be about 2,000 times brighter than these points of light, which are 4 of the many moons of Jupiter. They were first seen by Galileo in 1610 with his small homemade telescope. Now on Monday night, there will be something extra. The dim blue-green planet Uranus will be visible up to the right of Jupiter. How far? It'll be about the width of our Earth's moon away. You can see Uranus with the naked eye in a dark sky, but not many people have actually done it. Those 4 moons of Jupiter are about the same brightness as Uranus, so using binoculars will make it much easier. Take your time and you'll find Uranus near Jupiter if you have patience and clear skies. Next week is special because Jupiter and Uranus will be very close for several days, and the moon won't interfere until later in the week. Now, Jupiter and Uranus are both much farther from the Sun than our Earth, and orbit very slowly in comparison to the Earth. Jupiter takes about 12 Earth years for one circuit of the Sun, while Uranus takes 84 Earth years to do the same. Jupiter will catch up to Uranus every 13 to 14 years, and then they'll be in conjunction. Jupiter and Uranus were in conjunction on June 8th and September 22nd. And then on January 4th, we'll see the last close-up of this triple conjunction. A triple conjunction means that Jupiter appears to pass Uranus, then appears to go on a path that causes it to loop backwards past Uranus for a second time. That backward motion, called retrograde motion, soon comes to an end, and Jupiter resumes its normal eastward path, passing Uranus a third and final time. The last triple conjunction was in 1983, and the next will be in 2037 to 38. They don't happen very often, and this was a real puzzle for our ancestors to explain. The reason this happens is that it only looks like they are slowing down and then reversing as the Earth passes them on the inside track. They don't really do it. If you pass a car on the expressway, is it really going backwards, or does it only look like it's backing up? This year, Jupiter and Uranus were both at opposition on September 21st. And because of them both being at opposition at nearly the same time, there were 3 conjunctions of Uranus and Jupiter this time around. They were in conjunction on June 8th, September 22nd, and the last one will be, you guessed it, next week on Tuesday, January 4th. So get out next week and take a look at the 7th planet Uranus and the 5th planet Jupiter with its 4 moons. These moons are sometimes called the Galilean moons, after Galileo Galilei, who discovered them with his homemade telescope. In fact, the first night he used his telescope to see them was January 7th, 1610. So why not have your own celebration next Friday, January 7th, 401 years later? Go outside after sunset and look at Jupiter and Uranus in the southwest. And while you're out there, remember Galileo Galilei, the mathematician and inventor from Pisa who started it all. Keep looking up and say hi to the stars tonight.